to make sure that you guys are aware of when you're here doing a panel discussion here. If you have a question to ask, like I mentioned before, the microphones are on either side of the auditorium. You line up behind those questions. I also want to preface the fact that there is a very good possibility that not all of you will be able to ask your question. In my experience in doing this, sometimes one question takes a 5-minute answer, depending on what they feel like talking about. So that's the entertainment value of being here. So please do not feel disappointed if you do not get your question asked. It's the nature of the business. That's basically how it works. Especially when these guys have a lot of reminiscing to do, telling you guys their backstories, the whole 9 yards. That's really the more interesting thing that happens at a panel. Another thing I have to stress, and I do this for every show that I'm a part of. Oh, by the way, if you don't know me, my name is Mark. It's been 72 days since a drink, no. I'm local here, I live here up in Longwood. I'm a partner in an architectural firm, but I've been working conventions for 35 years. Okay, so I've worked with should I stop? What's your question, sir? We're getting there. Yeah. We're getting there. Hold on for a second. Thank you. Okay, so basically, that's what I've been doing for a long time is a lot of these conventions, but I also design homes that I can't afford. That's the depressing part. Okay. This is very important, and I'm asking for a little bit of morality here. Okay, a little bit of, you're all fans, you're all friends. You're here to have a good time. You're here to celebrate comics, classic TV shows, everything of your interest. What could sometimes really dampen a discussion with our celebrities that are always up here on the stage is discussions, and I practice this myself anyway, okay? And that is, we would prefer that you not bring up politics and religion in this scenario, okay? You are here to appreciate their work, and I understand that you're going to ask them various personal opinions that they may or may not want to share. Prime example, I hosted the Harry Potter reunion panel, when was that? Midnight? I lose track. What day is this? Okay, what's tomorrow? I was hoping the kids would answer that, but never mind. Anyway, so it was a little bit of a touchy situation when someone wanted to bring up political discussion that, political discussions, religious discussions, those are your own personal opinions and beliefs. You shouldn't necessarily try to, share them much. So let's try to avoid that kind of scenario. Let's talk about their past. Let's talk about their lives. Let's talk about how much they have meant to you. Also, when you ask a question, for those that's never done this before, sometimes you want to come up and say how much I love you, you're fantastic, when I was trying to get through college, I always had Batman on, and and at some point we're going to wonder when you're going to ask the question. So that's great to show your appreciation, and we will prefer that you actually do that, but in terms of now sharing your life, remember the person that's behind you in line that may not get the opportunity of asking a question because you just went on that kind of a tangent. So we don't want you not to do that, but just shorten it up a bit, and that'll be fine with the rest of us. Our incredible signer here, which I love to death. This is Laura. I'm going to tell you a really quick story. Our Jay and Silent Bob show last night. You guys were here, obviously, right? Okay, all right. If you guys have never met Kevin Smith, and Kevin Smith recently directed and it debuted a Flash episode, which was actually absolutely fantastic. He went on a Star Wars set, episode 7 set, so he told his whole story of how JJ invited him to that, and how he freaked out and fanboyed and blah, 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 blah. When you're at a Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes panel, it is so laden with colorful metaphors that for a signer to try to keep up or even attempt the colorful metaphors is a sight to behold on its own. At some point they recognize that that's mess around with the signer, which was really sad. And they just started just talking, blah, 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 just to watch her freak out. Which in fact, she did freak out and was kind of, how am I saying it, Laura? It was difficult for you to translate the colorful metaphors that was used. It was hilarious to see. You guys agree? Wasn't that great? That was great. We're so sorry that our guest abused you like that, Laura, but I was laughing my ass off, just so you know. Okay. All righty. Guys, stand by. We'll be back in a short while.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your safety, please take a minute to locate the exits throughout the theater. In the event of an emergency, please walk to the nearest exit. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Andrew Goodwin.
Hey, what do you think about Megacon bringing all these celebrities? So today, guys, I got a little bit of bad news. We're going to have to run the panel a little bit short. There's been some flight changes which have come up today, and plus, we want to get you guys back to the table to see Adam and Burt to have a one-on-one chat. So without further ado, I'm going to bring out this first gentleman. We know him best as that 15-and-a-half-year-old Caped Crusader boy wonder. He's since gone on to operate the largest giant breed dog rescue in the world. Get this, 21 years, they've rescued over 15,400 dogs. Staggering. Make some applause for Burt Ward!
Hey, wowie, zowie! Golly, gee willikers, look at all those faces out there.
Hey, welcome, Burt.
I hope they're friendly faces.
I hope they're very friendly, absolutely. So this next gentleman I'll bring out without further ado, you know him as the world's classic Batman. He's a global icon, and I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to give you guys a little teaser. Adam and Burt are working on something that's coming out soon that's going to blow your socks off. So maybe he'll tell you about it. I'm not going to get in trouble until it. Without further ado, give it up, folks. Mr. Adam West! Make some noise, guys. The classic dynamic duo, Adam West and Burt Ward.
Thank you, folks. You're very nice. We don't deserve this, do we?
Maybe.
Guys, 50 years. 50 years.
Yes, this would be my final last appearance next to the new one.
All right. The last one until the next one comes up, right? Is that
Yes.
what it, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, you are the nicest people here. Burt and I have had a wonderful time, and I just can't tell you how refreshing it is to see wonderful people, especially when they love us. You're great. You're great.
You guys look like you're very well prepared, and you've obviously done this before. There's mics on each side of the room. We'll take some questions until we run out of time, then we'll be out of here. Then we're going to go to a photo op with the Batmobile, and then back to the table for a quick signing before the boys have to catch their flights. Let's go over to number one there.
Thank you, Andrew.
Hi.
Where? Where's that?
There she is, over the side there.
Hi.
I was just wondering, how did it feel to be the original, what did you like most about being Batman and Robin?
Burt.
Well, for me, it was a lot of fun riding around in the Batmobile, climbing walls, fighting heinous villains, and working with my friend Adam here. It was a lot of fun, a little bit dangerous, which we weren't expecting, but it was a lot of fun, and we're so glad that so many people have a chance to enjoy what we've done.
And the tights, too, Burt. You love the tights, didn't you? The tights. You love the tights.
Yes. Well, I'm willing to donate those to anybody that wants to suffer.
You're still wearing them, Andrew?
Oh, I don't have them on. No.
It's disgusting.
Anything to add, Adam?
Yes, I have my bat jammies. Okay, What's next?
We have one over on this side, number 2.
Hi, so my question is, how do you handle and approach situations where there might be difference of opinions or maybe some confrontation during your projects and the people who work on the productions?
So Adam and Bert, how do you guys handle difference of opinions on set? You might have an idea how to play a role, and the director has something different. How do you handle that?
I just drink. No. Listen, we really try to listen to everyone and everything, because you never know when maybe a gaffer's, the best boy might come up with an idea that we can incorporate in what we do. And then if we don't like it, especially, I'm a little difficult, I guess, I just write my own.
Bert, anything to add?
Well, we usually don't have differences, honestly, because if people understand the whole Batman concept, you kind of all think similarly. However, if we really had a difference of opinion, we would just fight it out physically, that's all.
Right. Most times it happens is between Bert and me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. See, he's different.
But you always put your glasses on before we fight and say you wouldn't hit a person with glasses on. I say, oh, you're right.
Now, I did tease the crowd in your intro, Adam, that you guys are working on a little project. Are you allowed to elaborate? Can you tease them a little more, maybe?
Yeah, would you like to get your thing fried?
Well, I have a gag order.
Yes.
However, no, Bert and I have been working on a new project that's just going to knock your socks off. And believe me, it's our Batman and Robin.
November, sometime around November?
Well, we can't say, Andrew.
Okay, so we don't know.
I've seen too much already.
Let's go back over to number 1.
Hi, I just wanted to say first, thank you so much. You guys are my childhood heroes, and you have made me into the geek that I am today, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. My question is, if there's any character that you would have liked to have added to the series, whether it be a hero or a villain, which would it be and why?
Probably Raquel Welch. Or Bert, maybe Candy Bar. I can't think of anyone.
No, we had a different villain every week, so it was a great opportunity to work with all these great actors. So honestly, we had such a cast of people and the guests that came out the windows and stuff. I can't imagine adding anyone more to it.
No, they did a wonderful job of casting because everyone wanted to do our show. And you can understand why. It gave them a chance to be kind of Shakespearean and chew the scenery and have fun and help us with our comedy and create the laughs. That's why we're here. To make you laugh.
Thanks, guys. Number 2, please.
Hi, Adam and Bert. My name is Danny, and I think you're both awesome. I would like to know what character, actor, villain was the most difficult to work with on set. And also, can you say happy birthday to me?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Enough. Yeah, there were some more difficult than others. I hate to nail anyone now that they passed on. But no, I can't. But well, there were a couple of people. The wonderful lady.
Yeah, you're on your own on this.
And that great director who was playing...
The one that hid under the blanket when he got upset. I think we better let sleepy dogs lie.
His initials were O.P. Oh, I heard it.
Number 1, please, over here again.
Hello, Burt Ward and Adam West. I'd like to ask both of you, what was the most important lesson you've ever learned in your life?
That is a profound question. I think.
While on Batman or doing other things in Batman?
Just the most important lesson you've ever learned.
I understand your question. It would be, and you're going to laugh, I think, it's humility and listening and not judging people.
Have you learned that yet?
Not around your birthday.
Number 2, over this side.
Batman? It's really you?
In the flesh.
Yes.
Batman, who killed your parents?
Who what?
Who killed your parents, Batman?
Well, just bastards. A guy named Chill.
That's it.
That's it, Chill. I can hardly utter his name. I get so itchy and frightened and angry. Chill. Oh.
Number 1.
Adam West and Burt Ward, what was your favorite episode in the Batman show you guys did?
Number 1, the pilot. Because I had a chance to dance the Batusi.
Do you want them to know how you came up with that dance?
Yeah. No.
There's children in the audience, Bert. Let's go back to this side over here.
Hey, Adam and Bert. If you can choose to be any Marvel character or to portray, who would it be?
Hey, Bert. Who? I'm sorry.
We're not allowed to talk about competing.
Well, I'm too jealous. I don't know. You give me a couple of names. Oh my gosh, yeah. Hulk.
Let's go back over to number 1.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you? I just wanted to ask, as you well know, Batman has like a rogues gallery that is wide and varied, but there was a lot of villains that didn't appear on the TV show. So how would you have dealt with meeting Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn? And I'm kind of fan casting here, but Tina Louise as Poison Ivy and Goldie Hawn as Harley Quinn.
I think I understand. I would have just blown in their ear.
If you want the answers to that, wait until November.
Back over to number 2.
How you guys doing? I have a hypothetical for both of you. If you, Bert, were Batman and you, Adam, were Robin, how would that dynamic duo play out?
I would have asked for more money.
I don't have an answer for that. I have to think about that one.
Let's go back. Wait, some of these questions, my God. So let's go back over this side.
Hello, it's an honor to meet both of you. When I was younger, I used to watch you guys' show on TV Land, and I would watch it and then Love Boat would come on. But one of the things I did one evening was I decided to go into the bathroom. We had this towel rack, and I decided to play Batman on the towel rack and jump up on the things that hold the towels and pretend I was sliding down the bat pole. The towel rack fell down. I injured myself. Since that didn't work, which household item would you recommend I use as a bathroom or as a weapon for Batman instead of that?
You've got to stop playing in the bathroom.
Back to this side, number 2.
Thank you very much.
First
first of all, thank you guys for coming out to Megacon. This is a real treat for all of us. We're huge fans. Now, my question is, and this kind of relates to Seth MacFarlane. In many Q&As, they've asked him about you. How did you come up? How did you get to be part of the show? He states that he had called you multiple times, was unable to get you. Finally, when he does, he says, "Hey, Adam, trying to get a hold of you. He's trying to get a hold of the Pentagon." You say to him, "Well, Seth, you know, our nation's security is my top concern." He asks you, "What are you doing right now?" Did this conversation actually take place? Because he says that you were pouring some dog food into a bowl.
Yes.
And follow-up question. What kind of dog food was it?
The kind that Burt makes.
Thank you. Number one, please.
Hello, Batman. I'm here with my, let's say, parole officer.
I see you are.
And first I want to say, curses, Batman, and your boy Wonder! In all seriousness, the question I have for you, what was your favorite moment working on the show?
Well, we had so many really marvelous moments. You know, when you play Batman and Robin, it's like being a kid again. Hey, let's go out and play Batman. Sure, your yard or mine. Get the blue bathtub. You know, there were just many remarkable moments of fun. When Robin got his first thrust of manhood, we heard about it for days.
I'm going to go back to this side. Number two over there, please.
Hi, I just want to say I am a huge fan. I love you guys so much. And while growing up, I always had like a bit of trouble with my depression. And watching the original series actually helped me a lot. And I have a whole collection of Adam West figurines. And it just like makes me so happy that I'm here. And so I wanted to say I love you, and I want to know what's your favorite part about the TV series.
Well, first of all, let me say I love you too. I really do. I mean, you people have been so kind and wonderful with us. I'm the luckiest actor in the world, and I think that Burt probably feels the same way. I mean, how many actors get a chance to create the light bulb? To create a character that goes on and on when all the others have faded to dust. Listen, you guys have been remarkable because you've been faithful fans, and believe me, we appreciate it. Even more than the 20 million.
What 20 million?
Guys, you know, they did want to come out and spend a few minutes with you guys, and I apologize that we do have to cut this short. Write your local airlines and give them heck. But guys, make some noise for Adam West of Burt
You have been wonderful.